So my name is Rosemo. You're welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be doing kinky twist, okay? And I would want to watch the extension first. I heard it gives a different effect, and so I would want to see that for myself. Come with me. So I used Darling Natural Twist. This is the Darling Kinky hair extension, and I got 20 inches, okay? This is what it looks like when it's sticking out of the pack. It has rubber bands, fastened on each, should I say strand, or each bundle that you take, okay? And so I washed it using just shampoo and then conditioner, and then afterwards I rinsed out every product, okay? You can use any good liquid soap that you have. So I'm currently working on freshly washed hair. I washed this hair and then I stretched it by doing these chunky twists you see on my head. So I didn't use any heat. It's been long I used heat in my hair. I don't blow dry. Yes, I just either twist or I use the threading method to stretch my hair after washing it, okay? So, during the braiding process, the hair might shrink, and so I decided to moisturize with some leave-in conditioner. One, to help keep my hair soft, and then also to avoid tangles. So for each piece of extension that I took, or for each bundle that I took out, I separated that into 2 equal halves, and then further separated it into another half. So let's say for each bundle that I took, I used it to braid four. I got 4 braids out of it, or 4 twists out of it. I don't know if you get me, okay, but I believe you understand as we move on. So we're about doing the first braid, and I applied some Xblock gel at the base of my hair before braiding to help me be able to grip very well. So this is how I did the first braid, okay? I just wrapped it around my natural hair, and then I started with 3 strand braids. And if we are doing 3 strand braids, it means that we would need 3 pieces of extension, okay? Or we would need 3 strands in order to do the braids, you get it? And so yes, my natural hair acted as a 3rd piece, with the kinky twist acting as the 1st and 2nd piece, okay? And then I did 3 strand braids up to a certain point, and then once I was done, I started twisting. So I didn't make the twist very, very tight. I made it like a bit loose, just so I would have the bouncy effect. So if you were following, you would realize that after the 3 strand braids, I separated my natural hair into 2 equal halves and then added it to both sides of the extension. If your natural hair is very thin, you can decide to leave it as it is and then just add it to one side of the extension. But if it is thick, you section it into 2 and then you are good to go. So let's try this again. And for your information, for the extension, I applied some leave-in again. I really wanted a bouncy look, so let's just hope that at the end of this tutorial we would both know if this works, okay? So again, I sectioned the extension. I divided the extension into 2 equal halves and then further separated them into halves, okay? And then I started with 3 strand braids, with my hair acting as a 3rd piece. I did 3 strand braids, and then once I did about 2 to 3 steps, I separated my natural hair into 2 and then added it to both sides of the extension, and then I started twisting. So if you can actually see what I'm doing, you realize that it's not very tight, okay? Neither is it very loose. It's just in between. So you twist all the way down to the very end, just like so. So if you want the end to be curly, you would want to use either your mousse or some gel, any gel that you have. So once you apply the gel, you kind of twirl the hair around your hands, and then you would achieve the curly effect. So you're trying this again. So you wrap the extension around your hair at the base of your hair. Don't make it like very, very tight, or else you would have headache. And then you start with 3 strand braids. So you could either do 2 to 3 steps, okay, and then you separate it like I'm doing, and then you start twisting. Don't make the twist too tight, neither make it too loose, just leave it in between, okay? So you twist the hair all the way down to the very end, and like that is basically it. Don't leave yet. We'll be trying it about 3 more times, and by the end of this video you would get the concepts. So I love how these twists are looking. They're looking very juicy. So I hope it's not too late to say this, but I used my rattle comb for the pattern. This rattle comb has a metal at the end which acts as its tail, and then the gel that I showed just now is the Xblock gel, okay? So that is what I used. You can either use Shine and Jam or any holding gel that you have, okay? And just like you saw me do, I separated the extension into 2 equal halves and then further separated it into 2 again, okay? So you wrap it around your hair like this, like at the base, and you kind of tighten it a little bit. Don't make it too tight. You would want to sleep peacefully, okay, without taking pills. So once you're done with that, you start braiding. Do 3 strand braids right from the base. I mean, there are so many different ways of actually starting your natural hair twist, your kinky twist, okay? But this is just one way. We have the crochet method, we have the zip braid method, we have, which one again? We have the one that you can actually twist directly from the roots or from the base of your hair. I mean, there are so many different ways, but this is just one, and you can try it. If you feel like this is better, then it's fine. So for the front part, I felt like it would be too short as compared to the back, and so I added another piece when I was twisting towards the end. I'm saying it just in case you missed it. So after adding that piece, you still twist all the way towards the end, and then once you get to the end, you can either decide to like cut it, but don't make it too sharp or it will be too blunt, okay? So over here, I had to pause and attend to something, and then I came back to continue in the evening. So this is the last piece that I would be showing to you, and I hope that like up to this point you would have grasped the whole concept of doing this. So again, I applied some Xblock gel to the base of my hair. I brushed this down a little using my rattle comb. I separated the extension into 2 equal halves, flapped the end out a bit, and then further separated it again, okay? Because I wasn't looking out for a long piece. Like I didn't want to braid it very long. I didn't want all the 20 inches. I wanted a 10-inch braid, but at the same time I didn't want it to be too big. That's why I further separated it into 2, okay? So let's go over this for the last time, and we're out of it. There's this kind of energy that comes every time you are doing the last braid, okay? So again, this is how you kind of like wrap it around your hair, just like this, and then you start with 3 strand braids. 3 strand braids. If you've been following me for a while, you should know what 3 strand braids is. If you don't, kindly go through my videos, yeah, because mostly I use 3 strand braid. I use the 3 strand braid method in braiding. So yeah, start with 3-strand braids. Do about 2 to 3 steps or 4, just depending on what you want. You wouldn't want it to be so long, okay? If your natural hair is very short, then 2 to 3 steps or 4 steps is okay. But if it is very long, just do you, okay? So again, I did 3 to 4 steps, and then I started twisting. So luckily for me, okay, the extension that I'm using is the same color as my hair. But if you have colored hair, let's say if you've dyed your hair with a different color, you would want to first wrap the extension around it, like tuck it into the extension before you start twisting, or else it would be seen like on the outside. So again, it twists all the way down. And guys, I'm just so happy that we are done. So once I was done, I used some leave-in conditioner before I went to sleep. Yes, I finished this around 11 p.m. I didn't want to wait till the next day before I finished the whole process. So this is me, all healthy and happy the next day. I applied some mousse. This is the Silky Straight shea butter mousse to keep away all flyaways, and then my shine spray to give it some shine. Can you see those parts, guys? Now it's time to accessorize the hair. So this is what we have here. What do you all think of the final process? I hope you found this very helpful. Kindly like, comment, share, subscribe, and as you will see you all in my next one. Bye.